Hey everybody, how's it going this week? We made it to the end. Congratulations to everybody. I've really enjoyed the class and hope you guys have as well. I'm looking forward to going through the rest of the program with most of you guys. So good luck on our next class. This week we had our images to take a look at. It's supposed to give you a brief plot, sketch, or outline, identify the genre of the story. I picked a kind of a tragedy, romance, fictional romance type thing. Image one is the guy sitting there. Say he's like sitting in a bar somewhere in like Dublin, looking at an empty whiskey glass and thinking about the squandered opportunities he's had as far as his life and his love. Image two is the girl on the bike. This would be his best friend when he was younger. The day that they went to this place that they hung out, and he told her that his parents were moving into somewhere like New Zealand, real far away, and he wanted to tell her at that point he loved her and that he wanted her to wait for him, but he was afraid to, so he didn't, and they ended up moving away. Flash forward to 15 years later, he's a young man. He's decided that he has to go home, so there he is home with a suitcase. He's walking down the street, looks into his pub there in their small little community, sees the girl sitting there, asks her to go for a walk with him. They walk down by the river where they used to play and things. He tells her he's got something to show her, and he shows her that he opens up his suitcase next to the tree where they've been used to hang out and pulls out some old ratty hiking boots and hangs them up. And he tells her that he's never going to walk away from her again, and he's there because he loves her. He always has loved her, and he wants them to be married and to share his life with her. That brings us to her, and she's standing there kind of staring at him, and she's like, "Why didn't you ever tell us? Why didn't you ever tell me what was going on? I waited for you, and we wrote when you left the first time, and the letters kept getting further and further apart, and then they just quit, and she thought he had forgotten about her, so 5 years ago she'd married another boy from the village, and they had a little girl, so she wasn't about to mess her family up for him. And then she tells him that she also had loved him at the time he had left, and if he would have just said something, she would have waited for him. And then that brings us back again to him sitting there at the bar, the big shot of Jameson, holding his head, just thinking about the squandered opportunities he had for his life. I know it's kind of like a kind of a sad story, kind of a love story, whatever, but I just figured that it's a little something different, something I don't normally do, and it was the first thing that I thought of as far as our assignment. So looking forward to seeing what you guys have. Again, hope you had a great 4th, and we'll see you next class.